Well, we got to check on the camera system here and figure out why it's not getting the signal all the way to the office. And I think it may be because the relay, the wireless relay, is working on 2.4 gigahertz, which is what I put in, and also the camera system at the other bathhouse is working on the same thing, and they're going out at the exact same time. Seems like they're getting more degraded as I put more clients in, which the air cubes work on 2.4, so it may be just messing up the signal and not getting there. Trying to figure out a way to run a fiber line from here all the way to the office and resolve that issue. They may not have no other option, or put a network recorder in each bathhouse and record them individually and just see it on their phone, but still got to get internet, which I can put internet there, but you got this little main box you have to tie in the network video recorder to send it out to the website. You can't just plug it in the internet. It has to all be in that one device. So the network video recorder has to be plugged in that one device, and all the cameras have to be plugged in to go in there. You can't just give it internet. So it's getting to the point where I think they're gonna have to some way let me run fiber, it just get it all the way to the office. Or the only other option I do believe they have is put a network video recorder at each bathhouse and just let it record locally, and if they have an issue, then they go in there and actually play the video time stamp or whatever when they had the issue and get that video. That's the only other choice I see they can have. But I'm going to be here today to determine if that's the issue, if it's the wireless relays that's actually degrading because of all the air cubes that actually have been put in. So we're going to find that out. I could use 5 gigahertz, but then you got all the CPEs that are on that frequency. So this wonderful man right here is going to let me in, and we're going to see if we can figure it out. Well, it looks like they got more issues than just, or issue is not the relay, because I'm trying to log into them locally. These 3 white lines, Ethernet lines here, are straight to the camera, and I'm plugged into the port there and trying to get some kind of video. Well, I go to live view, and this is what I'm getting on all 3 of them. Live view here, live view there. Even though it's indicating they're communicating with the cameras, good enough to log in, but the video, but these cameras are quite old, so they may just be time to replace. I don't know. This is the one that shows up every now and then. And then we have that one. And we have one over here to the other bathroom. One for the men, one for the ladies, and then one pointing to a certain office they used to have. But I can't get no video out of none of it since I've been doing this here. I don't know. Let's see what we can do. Maybe I'll unplug all but one camera and see if that makes a difference. I don't know. We'll see. Well, it does not matter if I have one camera, two cameras, or three cameras plugged in. It gives me an address that I put in the address. It's a static IP for each camera, and it lets me log into it, but it does not let me see the video. And most likely, since I only got one IP, and this is the one that's actually looks like it's communicating, and that's probably that camera, but I can't get the video to come up. And I even used a different browser, and still nothing. I don't know why. When I set this up, because the cameras were already here, this was plugged into the NVR. And when I plugged this into my laptop here, after I installed this switch, I was able to watch all of them, no problem. As soon as it came up, it just deep, came right up, no problem. But now, nothing. Well, I'm going to go to the other bathhouse and see if I can get any access video to them cameras. But as you see, it's just a normal, just a little bit of flashing, because it's not connected up to anything. But this here, I'm going to connect it to the M2 to transmit it to the next relay. And as soon as I plug this in, you'll see it starts communicating, because it starts flashing faster. And that's the same thing I get when I connect up to the laptop trying to access it. It lets me log into the to the cameras from the office. It don't say no network, wrong password, or anything like that. It just shows a blank screen, and every now and then they'll pop up. So if I have all three of them connected to the laptop and just let it sit here, probably it'll do the same. So it seems like it's the cameras, because I'm getting the same results as the NVR is getting on the other end as what I'm getting here on the laptop as well. So let's go to the next one and see if I get the same results. Well, got down here and haven't done anything except set up the laptop and turn it on, but it's indicating that there's no communication going on here at the PoE. It shows that it's got power, so it's probably feeding the radio, but let's see if I can get it to communicate or not, because I don't see no flashing. Well, let's see if we can give it another source to communicate with. I'm going to plug it. This is the one that somebody else actually installed. I'm going to plug it in back in here. Still getting nothing. Unplug this. Plug it back in. Nothing. Should be practically instant. So I'm going to plug it out of take it out of the PoE. I'm going to plug it into my laptop. So see if it will start communicating, try to communicate with my laptop. As soon as I get a way to plug it in here, let's see if it starts communicating there on that port. Oop, Look at that. Starts communicating. Looks like PoE, possibly that's, or it may be, even though it's got light on it, I don't know if it's the PoE not letting it go through, or the AP is not doing anything. Let's see if we can get access to any of the cameras on here. I think he's got 2 on here. Well, I have no access to the cameras because I don't know what they set the password to. And it's, let me just get to the interface of logging in. Then it says wrong password. But the PoE, I'm going to get another PoE put in here and see if that will work, since I don't know the passwords here on this end, because I've never been in here actually. So let's get another PoE and see if that works. And it might be the CPE, the AP, that's not working. But let's check and see. Got another PoE that we're going to plug in there and see, and it may not make a difference because it might not be the PoE. It may be the AP up there, part of the relay, you know, the AP part. It may be sending out 24 volts. It's just a radio. So let's change it out and see. All right, let the let the AP actually boot up so it can communicate with something, and then we'll see if this actually is going to do anything or not. We know it's not the cord because I plugged it in here and it actually worked. I'm going to shut down the computer because I don't know the passwords, so there's no reason to have it on. So let's see if this actually going to make a difference or not. If it's going to go blinky blinky or just be dead. It should already been blinky blinky. Now what I'm going to do is get another CPE. It's not programmed for anything, and plug it in here and see if it was tried to communicate. And that would tell me that it's the wire that goes to the radio on the roof, or it's the radio itself. So play elimination. All right, we got this one connected. Give it about 2 or 3 minutes to boot up. Then we're going to plug in the cord. Make sure I got the right one. All blue cords start to look the same when they're laying on top of each other. Let's see, let's plug into the LAN. Then we'll plug this into this port. Let's see if it blinky blinky. There we go. Start to, at least it's trying to communicate. It knows that something is there. So that confirms that it's the cord that goes to the radio outside, or it's the radio actually itself. So I'm just going to plug it back up the way it was. Now watch it actually start working now. But it's too hot to get a ladder out and get up there. Way too hot. Yeah, see, nothing. So I'm going to switch the PoE back to theirs. And still getting nothing. Now to confirm that their PoE is actually working the same as what mine is, I'll plug this radio back into it and see if it actually starts trying to communicate. If it does, that means it's the cord that feeds up, or it's the radio itself. So let's see if I plug my radio in and see if it actually tries to do something. Radio's lit up. There we are. See if it tries to communicate after it boots up. There it goes. It's trying. It'll take that 2-3 minutes to get this radio really to boot up and start communicating. There we go. So their PoE works as well. So it's not the PoE, most likely the way it looks, because if it was when I changed it, it should have started working. But it's not. So nothing. Let it sit there for about a minute or so and see if it actually starts doing anything while I put my laptop up. As you see, nothing. So I'm going to have to come out here, check the wire. It might be the wire. Corrosion on the other end. Go out there and look at it and see. Okay, yeah, that's the new cameras they have. The old camera, as you can tell, old. They don't even use it. Never removed it, but never used it. But, it may be something else. Can't communicate if it don't have a line of sight.